Okay, let's do an unboxing. We've got the Trouble in Tharbad. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but the Trouble in Tharbad is the next quest in the Remaker cycle. It is rated a much lower quest than the one that we just played. I think the one that we just played was like a 7.5 difficulty out of 10. I think this is like a 3.9. And so what we like to do with some of these like lower end, or not lower end, but lower difficulty quest is have some fun with the deck build. And so we'll pull out some wonky characters. We're not going to run the S tier heroes, and we'll have some fun with some different heroes. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that game. That was intense. Okay. I love opening new cards. I think I say this every single unboxing. It's so much fun. It looks like the next couple of quests in this cycle do get a little, are not as difficult. Let me just pull it up real quick. I have it up. Yeah, we got a 6.9, which is the final quest, but everything else is, everything is below 7 from here on out, and so that's good. I also think that I enjoy difficulty when it requires creative deck building. I don't necessarily enjoy the difficulty spike when it is like that. I felt like that was more random than it was difficult. It's pretty great. New cards are pretty great. Oh my gosh, yeah, let's go. We got a lore hero and a Sylvan lore hero leading into the archetype. We got Haldir of Lorien. That focuses. A 9 threat, a 2/3/1/3. Really high attack for a lore. I like seeing that as a combat action. If you have not engaged an enemy this round, exhaust Haldir to declare him as an attacker and resolve his attack against any enemy not engaged with you. Limit once per round. Okay. It's interesting. It feels similar to the Dune hero, which can attack in the staging area, and that's how you would have to play it in a solo. Is you could attack something in the staging area, which is nice because now we have cards like Spear of the Rittermark, I think it is, or Spear or whatever, that gives you +2 if you're attacking something in the staging area. So now he's attacking at a 5. That being said, the ranged heroes, this is going to be hard to run in solo, I think. He rocks, hit up the staging area. I guess if you run him and Dune here, and you know that right there is a starting threat of 17. If you run a really low threat, maybe a Hobbit or something, you splash. Oh, you go Mary. You go Mary, which is a 6. So that gives you 23 starting threat, and you just work to keep that super low and never engage anything. And you run Dune here and Haldir to just attack in the staging area. That seems like a fun deck. That seems like a pretty fun deck. I'm not gonna lie. That seems really sweet. Because then you can run Mary to do. I mean, like Mary doesn't really do anything other than he has a 2 quester, but also gives you access to all the weapons. And you can throw a dagger on him as well. Alrighty. We got a Gondor ally. Got the Herald of Anorian. You may give this character Doomed 2 when you play it from your hand. If you do, it gains response. After you play Herald, choose a player. That player may put into play 1 ally from his hand with a printed cost of 2 or lower. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So you can... That's really cool. 2 costs for an ally, which already, I mean, like, fairly poor stats. But for 2 cost and 2 threat, you get 2 allies onto the table. I mean, you build your deck around it, but I mean, there's a lot of really solid less than 2, like Warden, Gondorian, Master, Stargazer. Like, there's just a lot of Arwen. There's a lot of less than 2 cost allies. So this could, you know, you build your deck around it. It's really interesting. Yeah. Huh. That's cool. That's really cool. We got Olorian. So this is an attachment. Attached to a hero, exhaust Olorian to lower the cost of the next Sylvan ally. You play this phase by 1. Olorian. Olorian. That's a game changer. That is a straight game changer for... Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. Wow. I really want to run a Sylvan deck now. That's really freaking cool. Throw that on Celeborn. Now you're playing all your one Sylvan ally per round at one cheaper, and they come in with +1 to all their stats. That's pretty awesome. Ooh, I cannot pronounce these. Gothier cannot have restricted attachments. It's an eagle. I do want to run an eagle deck. I have said that I wanted to run an eagle deck, and I just haven't been able to justify putting one together. 5 cost, 2, 3, 1, 1 or 4. After he enters play, I think it's a he. Search your discard pile for an eager ally and put it into play under your control. Oh, at the end of the round, if that ally is still in play, add it to your hand. That's sick. That's sick. You go Descendant of Thronador there. So it comes in, deals 2 damage, pulls it back to your hand. You can throw it back. Oh, ooh. That's really cool. And also just like a really solid stat line. 2 quester, 3 attacker. The eagle that's a really cool ability. A really cool card. Because you can run Radagast with all the eagles. Huh. I want to do that. You got Pursuing the Enemy. Return a Sylvan ally you control to your hand to choose a player. Deal 1 damage to each enemy. Oh my gosh. The Sylvans are getting insane. Sylvans are getting so freaking cool. I'm split because this really makes me want to play an Eagle deck. And like these cards right here are insane for the Sylvan allies. Or just for the Sylvan archetype. If I can, I think I want to try and put together... I don't want to say that. I want to play an Eagle deck. I want to play a Sylvan deck. I want to do them all. We got Courage Awakened. Choose a hero. That hero gets +2 willpower until the end of the phase. Then if your threat is 20 or less, and this is the first time you've played this round, return this card to your hand instead of discarding it. That's really cool. Really, really cool. I like that idea of kind of leaning into the secrecy side of things, keeping your threat under 20. That's cool. That's cool. 1 for 2 is okay. I mean, like one of our allies. I mean, I guess you get it back to your hand. This is a consistent every single round, which is kind of cool. It's a 1 for 2 every single round, which is pretty cool. Free to choose. So as a response, after your threat is raised by an encounter card effect, reduce your threat an equal amount. Okay, very situational, but pretty sweet. Oh, we got another Sylvan. Gladrium Minstrel. After you play, or after she enters play, search the top 5 cards of your deck for an event card and add it to your... Ooh. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. That's pretty sweet. Comes in, if you're playing Celeborn, she comes in with a 2 willpower. She can come in and quest for 2, or I guess attack for 1, or defend for 1. But you get... I like that. That's cool. That's really interesting. And also, if you compare it with, like, Pursue the Enemy, you can return it to your hand. Oh my gosh, the Sylvan out. Oh, yeah. Oh, Limbas. Play only if you control a Noldor or Sylvan hero. Discard Limbas to ready the attached hero and heal 3 damage from it. Cool. Interesting. Oh, we got a Gray Sylvan. This is Defender of the Ninth. 3 cost, 0, 1, 2, 2. After Sylvan ally you control leaves play, ready Defender. Okay. That's pretty cool. Especially because it's leaving play, not like destroyed. So you can run all of this. You can run your... What are the other cards? I don't know the archetype that well enough. Feigned Voices. You can run your... What's the green card that does it? There we go. The Tree People. So, like, returning allies to your hand for effect. And then you can play them again for cheap. Really cool. That's so cool. And then Defender, you get to ready. Okay, so you can defend. Yeah, you can defend. You can pull something else back to deal a damage, which readies, and then you can defend again. Also, if it's the turn you played it, it has 3 defense if you're running Celeborn. So 3 defense is very significant. And 2 health. That's awesome. I'm very excited for that. for this archetype. That's so freaking cool. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I think the Sylvan archetype is going to be a little bit stronger. And so maybe run that against one of the, not the 3.9 quest, because I think the Sylvan could be something that I revisit frequently because it seems really cool. And like, I love the sequencing that goes into this type of playstyle where you have to decide when and where you're playing cards and how you're pulling them back and all of that good stuff. That's like right up my playstyle. And so that's going to be really cool to do. Awesome. Very cool. Well, that is the that's the next pack, Trouble in Tharbad. We will be playing that next Wednesday. Our next stream is going to be tonight at 8 p.m. So in 7 hours, I am getting on with 6 other content creators. We're going to be talking about the next expansion coming out for Marvel Champions, which is Next Evolution. We are going to each be capstoning and taking on either a villain or a hero. It's going to be like a interactive style format where y'all can come in and ask questions, and we're going to be talking about new stuff, and we're going to get a lot of diverse opinions about it because we have a lot of different play styles. It's going to be, I'm really looking forward to it. And so I hope to see you all tonight at 8 p.m. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to be finishing up the Scarlet Keys campaign. So tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., we will be finishing the Scarlet Keys. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Make sure Jason knows that what he's supposed to be talking about. Nah, he'll be fine. But true. Yeah, I definitely need to do that. Awesome. Thank you all so very much for hanging out. I appreciate y'all, and I will see you tonight at the roundtable discussion. Peace.